Disability is as visual as race. People living with disability are probably the largest minority in the world. However, few understand what it is to bring a child up with disability. Stigma is the norm rather than the exception. In this week's Health Digest, our in-house doctor, Mercy Korir, looks into a different kind of paralysis, the paralysis of the brain. Take a look.
Two best friends, Zara and Joy, take turns punching at the keyboard, making their own special kind of music.
It was actually diagnosed by my grandmother, not even by doctors.
That was Mary Wairigia's turning point. She was then a new mother to a 3-month-old baby girl, Joy. Mary had thought her child was like any other, despite the last weeks of her pregnancy taking an unexpected turn.
2 weeks before the time, she wasn't playing. And I went to the hospital and the doctor looked and told me to do a scan. And when we went for the scan, I was told there's cord round the neck.
Those are words that neither the doctors nor any expecting mother wants to hear. Joy was already in distress and had to be delivered without any further delay.
She felt like a sponge when she was small, so you don't feel the body of a child.
Joy was diagnosed with cerebral palsy, CP, words that were bulky to Mary, a diagnosis that brought no joy to her.
I was in denial. I was never home. I literally just abandoned the child.
Mary's reaction to the diagnosis of her daughter is not unexpected. It is every parent's wish that their newborn is nothing but a bouncing bundle of health. Would you abandon your child in such a situation?
Mimi siwezi muacha kwa sababu huyu ni binadamu kama mimi.
I can't abandon him or her because he's a child and he was given to us by God.
Unajua kama msasi ni lazima uwajibike.
I forgive parents who lock up their children because it's tough.
Cerebral palsy loosely translates as brain paralysis. It is a group of disorders that affect movement and posture, limiting a child's activities. This is due to disturbances that affect the brain of a developing fetus or infant.
She was always sick. Every other week, I'm in hospital. Every other week, I'm in hospital.
Common disturbances to the brain that can occur are infections like meningitis, delivering prematurely, that is before 37 weeks, low birth weight, twins, triplets, or any other multiple gestation, birth asphyxia, amongst others. A child will experience delayed milestones. In Mary's case, at 3 months, Joy did not have neck support. She couldn't hold her head up. Simple tasks like taking this photograph took hours, waiting for the perfect timing. Some good moments have been worth noting.
When she learned how to walk, when she learned how to go to the toilet. In fact, I remember the first susu, when she did the first susu on the potty, it was reserved for me. It was like a cake.
These would be normal milestones, only that Joy learned to take her first walk at 4 years of age, when her age mates were running around playing in school. Parents, and especially new parents, should be attentive to their newborns and not shy away from seeking care at the earliest possible.
I've seen many specialists. Pediatric neurologist, that's the one that I have worked with the longest. The heart person. Of course, you have to see physiotherapists, occupational therapists, speech therapists, neurologists, nutritionist, I meant.
Mary's 10-year journey started with difficulty.
I thought maybe I slept badly, so how did the cord go around the neck? Maybe because I was always very busy. That's the time when I was furthering my education. Maybe it's because in the process of being busy, perhaps.
But a truth later dawned on her.
The realization that the child will never depart from me, even if they were dead or even if I was dead. The realization that I'll have a child for the rest of my life. Even when she's 40, she'll still be a child. That is heavy.
As we live, Mary tells me that though Joy may not grow up to be a doctor or any other classic profession every parent dreams of their child, it brings her joy to invest in her, the daughter that has transformed her life. Dr. Mercy Korir for Health Digest, KTN News, Nairobi.